Hi again. I am Fathom, the founder of Other Fiber Creations, and today we are talking about month 1 of my low buy / no buy yarn challenge. I started it last month, and the general gist of that video, you can go watch it. I'll try and link it somewhere as I figure out how to do that. But I've been wanting to reduce my yarn stash, do things that are better for the environment, and just be grateful for what I have. So, this first month was hard, but not as hard as I think it's about to get this coming weekend. So, I finished some projects. I made some plushies, I made a blanket, some clothes. I had a really big project to keep me preoccupied overall. So I didn't have a lot of the urges to go shopping, but they were still there in the background. For example, I made a big Mushroom Man plushie, and I was really excited about it, and my immediate thought was, I should go buy some more white yarn so I can make more of this. And I had to go, pause, wait a minute. Nuh-uh, you can't go buy more white yarn. We're not buying yarn. And that was very eye-opening, that my immediate thought when I finished with something, despite having thousands of dollars of yarn staring me in the face because it sits directly across from me while I work, my immediate thought was, I should go buy more. And I was like, ooh, that's not good. So I had a few moments like that. As you guys probably saw in my video on making a commission scarf, my immediate gut reaction was, ooh, I get to go buy yarn. I get to go get the black and yellow yarn from the store. I didn't need it. I had an alternative. I did not need to buy that yarn, and I didn't. I stuck to it. Thank goodness. But the immediate thought was, I should go get more yarn. I finished the prom dress and the vest from last video, and my immediate thought was, I should get some yarn to celebrate completing it in time. I don't need more yarn. The fact that that's been the thought that keeps popping in my head is, I should get more yarn to celebrate. I should get more yarn in order to make something new. I should get more yarn. That's not a good thought. And the fact that I keep having it tells me I did not realize how impulsive I am around buying yarn. I knew I was impulsive, but I didn't realize I was that impulsive. This past month, while working on it, found that whenever I'd watch people doing yarn hauls, I would want to do a yarn haul. I would want more yarn, and that was not something conducive to what I'm trying to do. So I've been avoiding yarn hauls. I've watched a few of them as just background noise, but I don't actively watch yarn hauls anymore, or come yarn shopping with me if I can avoid it, because I see it and it makes me want to do it more. And that's not a good reaction to have. I did not realize how ingrained in me this need to buy yarn is. It's not even a need. This want, this desire to buy yarn is. The fact that I keep phrasing it as a need should tell you something. It's not a need. I don't need to buy it. I want to get it. I'm like, ooh, shiny, give me. I don't need it. So, I have been working around that. For example, with the prom dress, the moss I did on the vest, the little green ones with the mohair. I didn't want to use mohair for that, but I sat and thought about it, and I looked around for a yarn that I had that would work, and it ended up being really good. I'm hoping to sometime soon have the pictures to put into one of these videos to update you guys, because I ended up loving it on him. The black and yellow scarf, I really wanted to get some new yarn, and I was like, maybe I can get some yarn to finish projects I started from that loophole from the beginning, because that's how I am. Like, ooh, I guess I could go to the craft store. I didn't go to the craft store. I didn't need to, and that was for the best. The reason I mentioned I think this next month is going to get harder is because this coming weekend, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm on schedule, is the day you're seeing this video, My mom and I are going craft store hopping. Specifically, she is moving out of state this next month in October. And the fact that she is leaving the state is very big. When I was younger, I was in a couple of different homes. This is my biological mom. But I would stay with my grandparents on one side for some days. I'd stay with my grandparents on the other side some days. And I'd stay with my biological parents the other days. I grew up split between these 3 homes constantly. It was a matter of it's easier to pass me around. We didn't have money in all the houses all the time. And it was just supposed to be I got to know all the family situation. Because of that, my mom and I didn't get a lot of time when I was younger. Let me rephrase that. We got a good amount of time together, but not as much as she probably wanted to have. When I was around 7th grade, 8th grade, she moved 700 miles south without me. She and my dad went for my mom's promotion, and I had argued I didn't want to leave school for the last year of my junior high experience. I wanted to finish what I had started, where I had started it. So I lived with a family member who was not good. I'm going to leave that vague. But let's just say there's a reason I have PTSD. But I didn't get to see my mom for basically a year. She had to settle into her new job. She didn't have a lot of vacation days. I would occasionally see her, and I would try and talk to her semi-regularly, but I didn't see my mom for almost a year, and that was new for me. So when I got back to living with her again the next year, we kind of had a new rekindled mom and child friendship. We've had some tension between us overall in my previous few years since I did college and everything, but we've gotten to a point that we understand each other. We're both working on ourselves, and we have bonded again as a mother and child like to do. So knowing that we're once again going to be separated after all this time really kind of sucks. She has been a lifeline for me. We've had our arguments, but we've come back together, and even when I have been pretty not grateful for things she's done, she's always been there anyways. I've learned to be a lot more grateful than I was when I was younger, and it's partially because of her. A major thing that we do together, though, is we impulse spend. She loves going to Las Vegas. I don't go to Las Vegas. I've never been. But, we'll go out to lunch and then just go impulse shop for a day. And on Saturday, the day this is coming out, we're going to the major 3 craft stores to impulse buy her some stuff for her decoupage hobby that she started. She's a knitter. I knit and crochet. So we do yarn. She wants decoupage stuff. I am hoping that I can stick to my goal. To remind us of the rules, for those who may not have seen the previous video, I am not allowed to buy new yarn unless it is for a commission and the person ordering it specifically requests a yarn I don't have or new yarn specifically because they don't want donations. I am getting yarn to finish a project that I started before this challenge started, or if the person I am with insists they will pay for it, because I'm allowed to accept gifts and donations of yarn. I'm pretty sure my mom is going to want to get me stuff, or is going to be willing to get me stuff. Sorry, the sink just made a noise. I'm not sure if you can hear it. But I am fine with getting yarn if she's paying for it. But I want to stick to my goal of not buying myself the yarn. I'm going to be very tempted to get the yarn, because I know there are some yarns that I'm like, that would be fun to have. I'd love to work with that. Give me. And those impulsive thoughts are going to rear their head at me. So, I'm going to have to resist hard. I think I can do it, but I'm not sure. I don't know if this will be the last time I get to go shopping with my mom, or if I'm going to have one more after this. We're going to wait and see. I just know it'll be a challenge in general. All in all, this past month has been me becoming, sorry, I'm itching my leg, becoming significantly more aware of how deep-seated this impulsive habit is. Everyone that I've met has that thing where when they see it, they kind of just impulse buy it. A lot of people have learned to kind of cull it over time, but everybody has that thing where you can't have too much of it. For some people, it's baking supplies. For others, it's cars. For me, it's bin yarn. I don't want it to be yarn. I want to appreciate all the yarn I have and make wonderful art out of it. And I think I'm doing okay so far. I have not failed yet. If that changes, I am going to be honest and tell you guys. Besides that, I don't really think I have that much to catch you up all on. I know that I'm going to keep posting consistently. The videos may get sporadic and weird about where I filmed them, because I'm set to do another out-of-state trip, 2 out-of-state trips this next month. And I have 2 LARPs coming up. So we'll see what happens with that. But you'll see how I'm doing through those. For now, I'd like to know, have you been taking this low buy challenge with me? What has been your vice to purchase impulsively? What do you think of haul videos? Because for me, I have been becoming more and more aware of how overconsumptive they can be. And that is fascinating to me as somebody who used to overly indulge in them. What do you think of haul videos? If you'd like to support me, you can follow me down below using the subscribe button. You can like, you can comment, you can go to my website or my Etsy and look at what I've made. And that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.